Tagore, whether he's there or not, is felt, the people feel his presence there. That to feel his presence, people come to Shantanikethan. People from all over, all streams, whether you are a filmmaker or a theatre person or a great writer, they all come there and land there, and then they really stay there for months to sort of to do research. So that was the beauty of Shantanikethan. I remember in 1974, Adur Gopalakrishnan, the filmmaker, he comes to Shantanikethan and he knew that there is a Malayali student here. So naturally I came in contact with Adur, and then he told me that, I must meet Ramkinkar. I said, of course. So it was it was much easy for me to sort of take Adur to Ramkinkar. So the way many people who came from many fields, different fields, one of the examples I can tell you is, the great sense of humor. That there is a sculptor from Bangalore. His name is Balan Nambiar. He is tall, very dark, almost blackish, his complexion. And he was very keen to meet Ramkinkar. And those years Ramkinkar was not welcoming many people because he was also getting older and not always in a great shape. And I took him and we had a chat, and then Kinkar asked him, what medium are you working? He said, I work with steel and all. But do you do bronze? Yes, I work occasionally. But how many bronze have you done? Maybe around 17, 18 bronze pieces. Okay. So you do bronze. So do you know how to make bronze black? Then he said, yes, I do. There is a kind of a capsule. You put it soluble in the water, and you keep applying on bronze after cleaning with nitric acid. Then Kinkar started laughing. Then both of us were really sort of curious why. No, I was wondering whether you had that capsule. Nonsense. No, because I was talking about the kind of patina of your color. How can you get that patina in bronze? Because that suddenly I thought of the patina, how to make a bronze blackish. So this instant, Kinkar's wit. And there are many things to sort of talk about when you talk about it. Because Ramkinkar, I remember, when in 1975, Ramkinkar documentary was made by Hrithik Khatak. So, whole day Hrithik Khatak was making lighting from here and lighters and this. So Ramkinkar is there. Both the personalities are so strong. And he was making a documentary on it. So obviously it will not be done in many days if they were camping together. All the arrangements were made for a shot. By the end of the day, both are drunk and lying on the ground. Not a single shot was made. Days gone like that. Because what happens is that both of them really had that privilege to sort of sit anywhere those days, to start their drinking from morning. And even Kinkar was, I really, it's something which I don't know whether one should previous sort of say loudly about. Of course, Ramkinkar used to have his local trades, which was, and that was something affordable for them those days. Either Bangla or Hadia or one of those kind of, or local Arak or whatever, one of those. So this were a great company. Like the way Satyajit Ray was probably sort of intellectually in tune with the kind of Vinod Bihari Mukhopadhyay. So the Inner Eye, the documentary film, was being made in 1970. And I remember Ray himself had mentioned about it, that it was never possible. It would have been a nightmare for me if I made an effort on Ramkinkar. Because for making a documentary on Ramkinkar, the right person is Hrithik Khatak. But though the film is not complete and Hrithik Khatak passed away, end of 1975 he passed away. you can see it on the YouTube. The film rushes and all. It's not really properly edited or whatever. But there is one question there, আচ্ছা বলুন একটু বলো তো কিভাবে তুমি এটাকে বানিয়েছো, তো বলো তো এটা মশের পিছনে এটা মাছের পুঁছ লাগিয়ে রেখেছো তুমি, তো how did you manage to do this tail of a fish on buffalo? And he said, have you seen something like that? No. তুমি বুঝবে না, you will not understand this, because we have the right to do it. We are sculptors. We can put anything to anything. We are free from what is being seen. See, this freedom one is talking about. But what is seen is not what is felt by us, and what is felt is really getting into a form which would be again making a departure of everything that is experienced and come up with something absolutely new. Radhakrishnan was laughing. Of course, he knew the liberty that an artist take. He is being a great filmmaker, which he also does in his medium, the way Ramkinkar also would take the liberty in his medium. So, but these question answers were fantastic, and the way their dialogues were opening, minds of the people later for the generations. All our understanding later, the amount of freedom that we could really sort of do in our own sculpting process, and that was all coming from these many experiences that people, how they really dealt with their things. So most of these teachers had tremendous sense of humor, and that was what made a big, like K.S.Radhakrishnan, of course, a great sense of humor. Anybody who looked at him itself will have enough reasons to have a good smile on their face. The way he dresses up, the way he walks. I remember once a gentleman called me. He was a Kathakali teacher from Kerala in Sangeet Bhavan. He was asking me, "Hey, Suno Radha, tomorrow the master Mashai." I'm like, "Haan, bolo." Does he drink from early morning? That রিক্সাতে এমন করে উনি বসতেন সার্বরিদা, একটু ঝিমিয়ে এরকম মাথাটা সরিয়ে এরকম করে বসে আসতো. The way he would sit in the rickshaw and sort of the way his whole body language of submitting himself to the rickshawala. And then anybody would think this man is drunk. But Sharvari Roy Chandani has never touched coffee, tea or alcohol in his life. And I remember once, I think it was in the middle of the night, it was been told, and many people know about it, that he lands up in Bolpur station. And no rickshaw. Those days there was no car or anything. Rickshawala was not willing to take, him to his home. Ultimately, and he was still sleepy, the rickshawala. Ultimately, Sharvari said, "Okay, you don't have to take me. You sit there." So Sharvari took the rickshaw, and with the rickshawala, he landed in his own house. So this instinct, very, very spontaneously. I mean, you react to the kind of given situations, and then making a very well quality of moments that you create with all your movements and thought process is what Shanti Niketan that you can read it.